Hello, we're so excited because it's only a couple of months and Old Dominion is making their way to Aotearoa. How you feeling about it, mate?
Excellent. We're getting very excited.
Now, how do you prepare differently, if you do, for coming over to the other side of the world compared to back home when it's just the everyday life for you being in the States doing country music?
Yeah, we try not to think about it too hard. I think as this band has continued, we've kind of realized that our fans tend to typically be the same. Everybody's showing up expecting a good time, and everybody's happy. And what else can we do besides just play our music for them and be happy that we're there and be grateful for the whole thing.
What I have seen a lot of, and I mean, it's something that I don't know whether to be embarrassed about or not, but the shoeies has been thrown around to be doing when you're back in
Yeah,
Aussie.
we have done that before, and we're fully prepared to do it again.
Now, I will say, unfortunately, Kiwis are also in the same realm when it comes to a shoey. And it's one of those pavlova is Australian or New Zealand kind of things. We kind of claim it ourselves. So you might have to commit to a couple of them.
That's totally, and we're fully prepared, and we accept the challenge.
Now, the last time you were here, well, down under, you went to Australia in 2018 and you were there for CMC Rocks. You're now a headliner for CMC. That must be such an awesome feeling going back to somewhere where they got a first taster of you and now they're getting you on that main stage. How does that feel for you guys?
We're just very proud. In some ways, it's been so long. In some ways, we still are coming back over there with a little bit of something to prove. We want to do our best for everybody, and it was more so like that when we were coming for the first time. But now that we've been there and we know there's familiarity, that pressure's off a little bit, and we can just have a good time. So it's gonna be great. We can't wait.
And for those that haven't been to a CMC before, what's the whole vibe of the couple of days? Because I'm unfortunately one of those people that's never been able to go. How does it compare to other festivals?
I think it's just we're used to playing here in America, and I think the energy is always great and always fun, and it's always a party. But when you travel that far, people are just so grateful that you've made that trip. So the energy level is just amped up a little bit extra. So people are just so excited. They don't get to see you multiple times a year. It's been 8 years since we've been there, so a lot of time has passed. So I imagine the energy is going to be pretty electric.
Is there a specific song that has translated differently down these ways than it has necessarily at home and that you're surprised is so big?
I think we'll find that out. You never know. Sometimes it happens even in the States from city to city. You'll you'll play in a certain region and be like, oh, you guys really like Hawaii here, or it's a completely different crowd every night. So I think we're interested to find that out.
And especially for us, I mean, we're lucky enough to be getting you for one of the first times ever. What have you heard about New Zealand?
Not a lot, to be honest with you. I don't really know anyone that's played there. I've had people that go on vacation there, and they're like, "Oh, it's beautiful. You got to go see this, and you got to go see this." And I'm like, "Well, we're not really gonna have time to do all that." So I don't really know what to expect as far as the crowds.
I will say I'm so stoked you guys are going to Christchurch. Obviously, Auckland is the hub,
Yeah,
it's where everyone goes to, but Christchurch in the country music realm and the South Island is the hub of it. That's where all the fans are based and they don't have to travel for this necessarily,
yeah.
which is so exciting. And the venue you're doing, the Christchurch Town Hall, oh my goodness, it's one of my favorites around New Zealand. So
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
yeah, you're in for a good treat. I just hope it's not with a day like today where it's absolutely bucketing down. And I hope you get to see the good parts of New Zealand.
Well, it's freezing here, so hopefully it's a little warmer.
But it's also exciting because you're bringing obviously Dash is not coming to New Zealand, but Dash is part of your Australian leg of the tour, and then you're bringing Alexandra Kay with you here. How do you pick the people that open for you?
It's kind of a mix of things. Sometimes we literally get sent a list of people that are available, and we kind of go through and pick who's available. Sometimes we've played with them, like the people that you mentioned. We've played shows with both of those ladies, and they're super talented and super fun. We try to think about who's going to bring the kind of same energy that we have, which is positivity, and who's going to come out there and start the whole thing off with a smile so that we can keep that going. So most that's probably the most important thing that we think about.
Gosh, yeah, and I remember, this is so embarrassing to admit, but I remember, I'm pretty sure I've slid into Alexandra Kay's DMs back when she was doing, I don't know if she still does them, probably not, but back when she was doing the iced coffee making TikToks.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it's such a big fan. Would love to get you on the show in New Zealand. And so this is so embarrassing to admit.
Yeah, we ran into her recently too, and she's very, very excited. So trust me, it's going to be good.
Oh, did you watch those TikToks? That was pretty
I
impressive.
have seen them, yeah.
So good. What I will say is I love how you guys are on social media and that you jump on trends and whatnot. And it was so cool seeing that video of who's showing up to the studio on time to record. Now, is that translated in every other part of Old Dominion's life and what you guys do?
Yeah, it's funny because that was actually initially going to be a trap because there's one guy in the band that's typically late but doesn't admit that he's always late, and we thought for sure we would get him on this, but he he showed up on time the one time that we are going to do it.
Classic. Oh, it's so cool. And it is one of those things that I feel like, as you said, you do bring the positivity and your fans love you for that. That's why they also love your music because it's within the music. What has been one of the most special experiences for you guys as a band over the last couple of years?
We started 2025 with a 7 show residency at the Ryman Auditorium here in Nashville, and it was to celebrate the fact that we had won 7 consecutive CMA awards, and that broke a record. And so we wanted to throw some sort of celebration, and so we did these. We kind of last minute threw together these 7 shows, but what was so cool about it was the every show was just all requests. We didn't have a set list. We just went out there and whatever people wanted to hear, we played it, and it covered our entire catalog. We got to stand up there and play everything practically that we've ever released, and with the exception of a few things, and had special guests come out and raised, almost $2 million for charity, and it was really special way to start off the year. And it's one of the things that we're most proud of as a band.
And especially because it really is such a fan-led project as well. That's one of those things
Yeah,
where you get to see what the fans really love. Is
absolutely.
there any song in particular that you just don't like playing anymore that if they had suggested that you'd be like, oh, doesn't fit the bill
Um,
anymore?
there's some that are difficult to play, that we don't play a lot. There's one, our fans keep asking us to play this one song called Hot Again, which we've only ever played one time. So really about, are we comfortable enough to pull it off? But we love them all. So there's really not one that bugs us. It's just a matter
How do
of we're
you
confident enough to do it.
I was just going to say, how do you get past that barrier of being confident? Because obviously it's your song and you've created it. Is it
Yeah.
just going in and honing in on that one particular song for a
Yeah,
long period of
sometimes
time?
because it's interesting. It happens all the time. You'll play a run of shows and start looking in the crowd, and you'll start to see sort of an outlier that's showing up a lot that you haven't played in a long time. You're like, man, there's a lot of people asking for this particular song lately. We should brush up on it, so we're ready next time. So we'll spend sound check kind of refamiliarizing ourselves with it.
That must be quite cool though, because it gives it another life for you. Like you've obviously got your go-to songs that you love to play, but that gives songs that necessarily like you've only played once, it gives them another life that you didn't think they might have had. So I reckon that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's fun too because it keeps it interesting for us, and it keeps us from turning on autopilot and just cruising through the show. It scratches our brains a little bit and challenges us a little bit, so it's good.
Yeah, gosh, yeah. But also off the back of, 7 CMA awards, how do you guys stay so humble?
It helps to be in a band. It helps to have each other when things are going bad. It helps to have your friends there to support you, and when things are going great, it helps to have your friends there to pull you down back to earth. If your head's getting too big, they're like, man, come on, So we're just buddies, and we can't always say we can't imagine doing this as a solo act and surrounded by people. It's really easy to get surrounded by people that tell you everything you do is great, and as long as you have people around you that tell you the truth and keep you humble, it's really helpful.
And do you have those, are those each other? Are those people each other in the band, or
Yeah,
are they
yeah,
also mates as well?
definitely each other in the band. We definitely, and we have a great relationship with our crew. And if you really want to be humbled and talk to your kids, they'll keep you down to earth for sure.
Can imagine.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you tested out in the kids too much a new song or anything, do you?
I mean, they also are a great. They're a great judge of song. So, like, if I'll send them songs and they come back to one in particular, I'll give it a little bit more weight than just myself, because I'm like, okay, if you guys are young, are these cool?
Yeah, that's so good. Oh, look, we are so excited to have you guys here. Country music has taken off massively in New Zealand, and the fact that you guys have chosen us as somewhere to go, so honored for it. And thank you so much for catching up with me.
Absolutely, it's mutual. So we can't wait to get there.
Bring on March, Auckland and Christchurch, and you'll see Old Dominion, eh? Thank you so much, mate.
Absolutely, we'll see you soon.